Hey guys, it's Kugli again with another ROM review, and this time I've got the AOSPA Extended ROM, not to be mistaken with AOSP Extended or AEX ROM, for the OnePlus 3, so stay tuned for that. So guys, the AOSPA Extended ROM, it is meant to be a more feature-rich ROM to the Paranoid Android ROM, and personally, Paranoid Android is one of the best ROMs available for OnePlus 3 on the custom ROM scene, with great battery life, great camera, great stability, all of them, it's just great. So having more features into Paranoid Android ROM is just awesome, and I really was excited about it. So let's get started now. First of all, yes, this is the launcher. It comes with launcher 3, so that is Pixel style launcher. It does have Google Now and all that. So yeah, let's get to the settings now. In the About Phone page, you can see it is Paranoid Android. You do have an update here, which I'm not really sure if it works correctly. Also, it has an Android 7.1.2, that is the one. Paranoid Android version is 7.22, which is the latest version, which is awesome. Kernel is Paranoid Android, build date is 13th August. SLNS status is enforcing. Now, there is a new update available today for this ROM, so that is the reason I'm saying that this thing doesn't really work for this particular version. So I'm not really sure if that is even in the works. Now let's get to the settings now. First of all, in the customization, that is where you will get all the settings. In the UI and UX settings, you have a few things. So you have clock and date settings, so you can customize all of that. It's pretty cool. Traffic indicator is available and it is amazing. I want all the ROMs to have this feature. That's pretty cool, and it is customizable to a few degree. Battery bar is available if you don't want the battery icon there, so that does work out really well. In the UI setting, you do have reason to UI, and there are a few settings here. Now, there are new options available in the latest release. Now, I'm not running the latest 15 August release. Blur settings are available, which is XOSP blur. That works out really well. It also has in-call vibration option. That does work out really well. Now, in the gesture option, it does have the PA style gesture. So you have jump to camera, double tap to sleep, 3-finger, screenshot, lift to check phone using active display, double tap, one finger swipe up. All that is options are available. You can customize all of this, and it works out really well. Personally, the only gestures which I use are V for flashlight and O for camera. That's the only thing, and also sometimes double tap to wake displays. The button customization is available. It does have pie, that is the PA style pie. Now, most of these features I've already covered in AOSPA ROM, so you can check that out in my library. So it's basically the same thing, so that's pretty cool. It also have you can enable software keys and also swap the keys if you want to. Accidental touch is enabled. That is also available in here. Notification slider does work out, and that is amazing. Home button, back button, and recent button can be customized for double tap and long press. And this is one of those few ROMs right now which doesn't really have any issue with the home button kept as double tap to turn off the screen. So I'm really happy about that. Apart from that, in the display option, it does have night light. That does work out. It does have ambient display. It does have an sRGB mode. From the new update, it says that it has changed a few of the things which is sRGB. So that should work out really well for you guys. So I'm not really sure about that though. So yeah, it does have pocket detection mode. It does have font and display size as in any other Nougat ROM. Colors engine is available where you can customize the theme of it. So you do have other colors which you can customize. Like, okay, let's try out something outrageous, Supernova. It's called Supernova. Let's enable that. And also there's primary colors which you can customize. So there's gray, there's pixel, which is also available. Then there's dark, that's also available. Let's just keep it at default and see the color. So yeah, you can see it has been changed to orangish yellow, so there's available option there. LED lights can be customized, so that is pretty cool. Also battery notification light also can be customized. That's pretty nice to have. Now in the sound option is what you would normally see. It does have volume button, playback control, which is in here. That's pretty cool, and that's pretty much it which is available. I mean, it is more features than Paranoid Android, not nearly as much features I would like to have, But then compared to the Paranoid Android ROM, this is a lot of more features, and I think this is more of a feature. I think this will entice more people towards this ROM than the official Paranoid Android, except for the update thing. It does have System UI Tuner, and you do have power notification control if you're interested in something like that. So that does work out really well. So yeah, as I've already shown you guys, features are aplenty, and it's more features than Paranoid Android, which I'm really happy for. So I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 for features. Now the battery life. Previously on the Paranoid Android ROM also, battery life was amazing for me. I really liked it. It worked out really well. You can see I've been using it for non-stop for a long time, and the idle drain which I got was about 1.4% idle and about 16% on active usage. So that is pretty much on the higher shelf of whatever I get with the other ROM. So I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 for battery life. Now the performance of the ROM. I mean, the last version of Paranoid Android was not this strong of a performer. At least I didn't really get this much of a score out of it. So this time I get about 146,500. That is about in the ballpark of the range. The average is more in the neighborhood of 145,000, which is again on the higher echelon of the thing. So I really do get that. So I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Now the stability of the ROM. I really have to say that this is really stable. As I've already said, most of the other ROMs does not like whenever I put double tap to sleep on the home button. This one does work out really well. I never had an issue with the home button correctly working or not. That's really cool. But I mean, that doesn't really make enough sense to just make it onto a different level. All the other stuff works out, and that's how it's supposed to be. Everything works out really well. I'm still gonna give it a 7 out of 10 for the stability features, because that is kind of getting hard to see right now, the double tap to home button thing. So I really like that. Now comes the camera, and PA has been lauded a lot for the camera options. It's really awesome. It does work out really well. I'm really happy with the camera and how it turned out. It takes quick photographs. I never had any issue with it not taking a photograph. Right now it's kind of dimly lit or whatever. It does have noise, but it is taking a photograph as I would expect in OxygenOS ROM. So that does work out really well. It also has in the video options, everything works. That's one thing. And in the video option, it does also have high frame rate, 120 FPS slow motion and 120 FPS high motion. So that's also pretty cool. So yeah, I'm using 120 FPS. That works out really well. So I'm really happy with this ROM for the camera, and it's on the same level as OxygenOS camera on stock ROMs. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 for camera. Now the aesthetics. As I've already said, there are a few extra color options which is available. That makes it one of the most aesthetically customizable ROMs available. On top of that, there is substratum support, and that's not a combination which you see most often. And I really do like that. So I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 for aesthetics just because it is available, and that is amazing. Now the overall experience. I'm very happy with this ROM. It would be one of my favorite ROMs if it had more features. I mean, I am a slob for features, so that's the only reason I'm not using it. But I am going to have this ROM on my phone at all times. Whenever my main ROM, it is Zenity RR, which I use, works out sometimes, I'm still going to have this ROM as my backup because it is stable, it has a great camera, it has good battery life, features are okay, I can live with that. So yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 for the overall experience. Now let me show you guys the boot animation, which you might have seen previously. So while the boot animation is loading, she wants to say hello. So yeah, she is dirty. So here is the boot animation, which is normal for APA ROM. And that's pretty cool. I like the boot animation. It's minimalistic. It goes out to AOSPA, and yeah, as I said, I like it. It also has music. So yeah, as I've already said, I like this ROM a lot. It works out really well. It's just amazing daily driver material. It has great battery life and amazingly good camera. Performance is right up there and stability too. It's just an amazing package. I really like it. So I'm gonna give it a good score naturally. It's gonna be 7.29 matte doubt. I'm gonna give it a 7.3 because that is an exceptionally good ROM. I really do hope that the developer, whoever is doing this, continues to update this because it is one hell of a great deal. So yeah, I guess how much is it about the ROM then. Hope you guys like the video. Please share, subscribe and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time. Bye. Look at her. What do you want? Yeah, if you want any backstory on this, she lost her mother, so we are taking care of her right now. She doesn't really have any voice. If you hear this, that's all she does. Yeah, that's pretty much what she can talk to me in anywhere. So she doesn't really meow. Bye then.